Hi everyone, welcome to Sports Jazz. Isaac and Josh, we are back live streaming. And of course, as always, for the last 3 days, it's been only Man United. And it's going to be Man United, at least for the next 7 days or so. I don't know. Of course, we're still waiting for the official announcement to come through. Ruben Amorim joining Man United officially as the new Man United manager. But yo, guess what? We had a game of the weekend where Man United cruised through to the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup, beating Leicester City 5-2. If I'm to give my analysis, how I saw things, what I think, I don't think there was anything new. I don't think there was anything exceptional. I think it was the same old thing, only that this time they only scored the goals that I loved the rocket from Casemiro. That's the first goal. I liked Ganacho's goal. I liked Bruno Fernandez's goal. That is the fifth goal, not the other one where he took the free kick and it hit someone, which was a deflection. No, I find that really basic. So I'm not really going to be wowed because of the results. Generally, I think maybe we played a weaker team. I mean, considering Didi was off, very many players didn't play or didn't feature for Leicester City. But well, I'm here with Josh, and we are going to grind everything right here on Sports Jazz. Yo, Josh, what up? What up?
I'm good. I'm good. Power belongs to the people. I mean, Manchester United is the power and the people is us. So really, we are here all
I'm
day,
trying to
every day.
I'm trying to relate how that comes into the conversation. I don't see how that comes into the conversation,
No,
honestly
it
speaking.
surely is because Manchester United is power and the
Well,
people
it's
is
power.
us. Yeah, the people is us. So, um, we really have to do what the people want. And that's
Mm,
Manchester United and the news. You see, when I keep telling you that when Manchester United sneezes, the whole of
okay.
Europe, the football world catches a cold immediately. I mean, we won a game in the circumstances that we did, new manager and all that. Guess what happens? Tottenham beats Man City 2-1.
Man City.
Yeah,
But still
but
no one is talking about the game.
yeah.
Not
So
even
let's
not,
go.
not even that. Arsenal and Liverpool over the weekend last weekend, it was a 2-2, it was a draw, but still Man United news cover and dominate everything. Well, that's why we're here. That's why we're streaming. Josh and Isaac Sports Jazz guys, get into the comment section. Put out your views. If you have any requests, if you have any suggestions, we are welcome to read them right here live on the stream. Sports Jazz, subscribe, turn on the notifications, and let's get into it. Josh, yeah, we saw Man United cruise through into the Carabao quarterfinals yesterday, where they managed to beat Leicester City. As I've said in our introduction, I still think Leicester City was not very much. I mean, it's not the team that we always see. A few players were missing, but we saw beautiful goals from Casemiro, Alejandro Garnacho, and Bruno Fernandes. And if I'm to look at the stats, Man United had 23 shots, 16 for Leicester City, 9 shots on target for Man United, and 7 for Leicester City, 57% ball position for Man United, 43% for Leicester City, 560 passes for Man United, and 431 for Leicester City. And lastly, 87% pass accuracy and 84% for Leicester City. This was all at Old Trafford. And to be honest, I think United should be winning all games at Old Trafford. We had a very bad intro of this season at the Theater of Dreams. So I'm hoping with the interim manager, with his 4 next games that he's supposed to play, that is one of them has already been played, Leicester City. He's supposed to play midweek over the weekend against Chelsea, Enzo Maresca, then PAOK, the Greek team, and again plays Leicester City before we in the Premier League before we head into the international break, where the newly appointed manager of Man United, who is yet to be announced officially, Ruben Amorim, currently the manager of Sporting Lisbon, will be then our manager. Josh, tell me about the game yesterday. What do you think? What do you make of the whole game? The results? Do you think it was an improvement? Was the opponent weaker? Tell me, what are your thoughts about the game?
Well, what a rude awakening of the beast in Casa and Fernandez that was yesterday.
Josh,
I
no,
had predicted
don't.
that I had predicted that Ruud van Nistelrooy's side will definitely get on the score sheet. You know, like I think my prediction was at least three times. But boy, oh boy, little did I know that the
It
awakening
was
of
going to
Casa
be.
and Fernandez was on the cards. For
I
me,
still
I
think it's
felt
not. To me, I think it's not that performance that was really wowing. I know we saw
yeah,
some
but
beautiful,
true,
you know.
true. But the takeaways from the game, you can say that the shackles were off, and with little or no pressure, Lady Luck fell for us in front of goal
Mm,
against a match weekend Leicester City side, because I feel they had their priorities set on the Premier League. There was a lot of energy, tenacity in the side, but it did look somewhat similar to Eric Ten Hag's Manchester United sides on the whole. The mistakes at
mm,
the back were expected because
exactly.
Lindelof and
Like is it the second goal? The second goal, you saw that, very
yes, yes,
clumsy.
yes,
I don't
yeah,
know
it
what it
was
did. He The ball hit on. Is it Delict or Casemiro? Then Dalo
Dalo,
was there. No, I
yeah.
mean from one
Oh,
of the United players. I think it was Delict or
true,
Casemiro.
true.
Then
Like a
Dalo
double
and
deflection.
Cody was exactly, and Cody was there to tuck it in.
Yeah, the mistakes at the back were expected. There was a shuffle in the back with Lindelof, Bain there, and you know that centre backs partnerships matter most. But
Yeah.
we are through to the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup, where we shall be away at Spurs sometime in December. But
Mm,
the situation of our incoming manager has accorded Ruud van Nistelrooy another 3 games in the dugout.
that's true.
Maybe he can replicate that excitement he gave to Manchester United fans all over the world. Because believe me, believe you me, what happened yesterday might not have been the perfect performance, but if you score 5-2 at Old Trafford after a very long time that you could even manage to score goals at Old Trafford, that's a plus. That's a plus. I mean, the fans were excited. It was Ruud van Nistelrooy. I mean, Casemiro and Fernandez. That beast was awakened yesterday. And I always felt that these two players, even under Fernandez, the way they started the season, I think they started the season very well, because against Fulham, our best player was Casemiro. I mean, Casemiro and Fernandez, and he got a lot of stick for what happened against Liverpool. And the manager, because of the pressure he was under, was forced to make maybe not the best decisions by leaving him out for long periods. But for me, Casemiro, Bruno Fernandez, I never ever worried about them. I never worry about the standards they demand from themselves. So I just thought that if you do give them some time, which time we really don't have because we were losing
We
games.
don't have time. We don't have
Yeah,
time. We
we
need
were
to
losing
start.
games,
We need to get on
but
the.
you would think that they'll play themselves back into form.
Mm. Well, we had Nistroy saying in his press, he said, "I think what is important and most important is to get the most out of these players. All these games we will play until end of May will give us a very clear idea of the current situation of the club and the way forward for the next season to come." He went on to say, I think everyone is convinced with this. I think everyone is convinced with this group of players that we can do much better than we were doing at the moment. At the time, at the time I didn't think about becoming a manager. I left in 2006, a long time ago, to Real Madrid, and after that, you start thinking about becoming, rather about coaching. But it was special to come back to this club and this city that I love so much and still love. And I think rather, and I like it here. I like being in Manchester. I like working with the players, the staff here. There are many who there ain't many who were here when I was a player, but there's still a few. I see familiar faces. I think in that he's talking about Darren Fletcher. He's talking about Johnny Evans, who's currently playing. Which other player is he looking at? But anyway, that was Ruud van Nistelrooy talking about the current situation. He also, by the way, went on to say he's at United. He's not going even after Ruben Amorim is coming. He's going to be staying. He'll keep his. I mean, he'll honor his contract. He'll honor his contract until I think his contract ends next season. But one, he said he will be there to see his contract out. In other words,
Yeah,
he's not even interested in becoming a manager for any new club, but rather prefers to stay at Man United as an assistant coach.
yeah, but you see, I mean, if Ruud van Nistelrooy is given that role, I mean,
Mm,
it just so happened, and he was fortunate that it fell for him. Eric Ten Hag is the one maybe who brought him back to the club, but he came to the club because of his own credentials. The manager saw something in him and wanted him at the club. So if
correct.
Ineos is ready, yeah, if Ineos is ready to accord him the time in his contract to be there and uh, do his job as an assistant, then he should do it because the most revered manager all over Europe today is the 39-year-old Portuguese manager we are bringing in. And maybe he can learn one or two things from Ruben Amorim that can even better his understanding of the game. So I think for me, it would be a very good thing if Ruud van Nistelrooy stuck around. The problem is Amorim is going to come with his own backroom stuff, which
Oh
will
yes,
make it
that
a
is true.
bit, a bit more difficult to put his thoughts across. But at least he can learn. He can learn one or two things from them.
Yeah, that is true. That is true, Josh. I do agree with you. Well, yesterday, of course, we had a 5-2 win over Leicester City. Casemiro, fantastic 2 goals and looked good anyway. Then Bruno Fernandes looked like he was back to his best. Ugarte had a fantastic game yesterday. I like how he covers the pitch. You know, he spreads all over. I like that. I like that.
Yeah,
Ganacho,
and
as always, he was electric.
yeah, and
Yeah, Josh.
his positional awareness is very good. He
Very, very good.
staggers, yeah, he staggers very well in that area. Even if he's in a pivot, he knows exactly how to position
And I liked
himself
yesterday
just
that
in front of.
it was him and Casemiro. By the, I would love to see that more. I'd love to see that more. Although I
Yeah,
think they
but you
didn't
see
do so
what
much. They
Casemiro
didn't do so
did.
much to cover the back four,
You see
but
what the
it's good.
what sorry, you see what Casemiro did yesterday. He was enjoying himself as
Advancing, going
maybe an
front. Yeah.
advanced eight, yeah, because
Hmm.
he had cover. He trusted the player who was uh, in front of the defense, and he was all over the pitch. He was everywhere. He did everything.
Yeah. Sinan is in the comment section. Hey,
Yes,
Sinan,
Aaron.
what's up to you? Aaron says Ruben Amorim is going to be very interesting time for yo, bro. I cannot wait. I cannot wait, Aaron.
I can't wait,
Everyone is
yo.
waiting.
I
I
can't
can't
wait.
wait for the
And
international break because I
but
know
you
it's going to
see,
be cooking. It's going to be bringing up ideas. So I cannot wait.
yeah, but
I can't see what.
I don't know if Aaron can imagine if how he feels right now that Ruud van Nistelrooy has been given the opportunity to
Surprisingly,
manage United, and
surprisingly,
he's doing things that are a bit different. But there's
no,
Amorim
Josh.
that you're waiting for.
To be
So
honest,
I don't know how
Josh.
you feel.
To me, to be honest, I don't think Nistro is doing anything different. I understand we won yesterday, but as I've told you,
Yeah.
I don't see anything new. I still see the same patterns. I don't see the style of play. Yes, we're lucky. I would say that. I would say that honestly speaking, we were lucky.
Well,
No, for real,
we
we were
pushed
lucky.
our luck.
No,
We
no,
pushed
no,
our
no,
luck.
no, Josh. I've given you the goals. The first goal was a worldie. Fantastic, beautiful strike from Casemiro. Ganacho, mwah,
Which you
excellent.
can say
The
the
third
first goal
goal,
is
that was a free
individual
kick.
brilliance.
Yeah, individual. Thank. By the way, yesterday most of it was individual brilliance to me, according
No,
to
no,
me.
no, no. But
But
you
the
can
third
see.
goal, it was a deflection. I'm
Yeah,
telling you, that was not going through.
but for the
The
first
fourth
goal,
goal, Josh. What do you think about the fourth goal, where Casemiro had to try to put in a header? By the way, he should have scored a hat trick yesterday. Tried to put
yeah,
in a header. It's put out. Then all of a sudden runs the other side. A few steps away from where he was, and the ball is back to him, and he shoots inside. You
yeah.
know,
But the deliberate
maybe
moves that
to me the
the
first, second, and the fifth goals. Oh my god! But again, also the fifth goal, the one that Fernandez scored, you could see it was an error from the defender who lost. I don't know, was it a back
yeah,
pass or
but
something? Fernandez picked it up and scored.
those errors are caused because your team is pressing and your team is asking questions to the other team that are not able to do the things that you want to do. So I mean, they're put in a position that they make mistakes like that, and you punish them. We've just been unfortunate that we've not been punishing teams for the errors they make. Yet the teams do find one opportunity and they punish us, or the referees
Well,
punish us anyway.
Aaron says we will be probably seeing Victor Gyökeres become a Red Devil. I doubt
By the
that.
way,
I doubt that. By
can
the way,
I?
they are disappointed that Ruben Amorim is leaving. They had the chance to leave in the summer. They turned down all the offers that came. I don't know, maybe thinking Amorim is sticking around. But from what I hear, Victor Gyökeres and another player, I don't know who, I'm forgetting anyway. They're not so happy. They are sad that
Yeah,
Ruben is leaving.
but
Victor
Aaron,
Amorim is
I
leaving.
don't see how that is going to be able to happen because Man United has just invested 72 million in Rasmus Hoyland, who is just about 21 years old, 20 years old to 21 years
I'm
old.
just worried
And
that money went to waste.
yes, but just hear me out. Um, the fact that you have such a player, and Omar Berada came out in an interview and told you that he thinks United will be ready to win the league in 2028. He might just have brought in this manager to make sure that the assets of the club are fine-tuned and sharpened to a
Josh,
level
I
that
cannot
that
wait.
player becomes a Victor Gyökeres.
I cannot wait up to
Yeah,
20. I
I
cannot
know.
I cannot wait. I'm not patient.
As a
I'm not
fan, you're not
patient.
patient. As a fan, you're not patient to wait. But the reality of the club is the people who make decisions are patient to wait.
That's correct.
Yeah, they have the patience. So when they have the patience, unless Rasmus Hoyland, which for me he's undoing, it will be his health. If he's not fit enough, then maybe we can get Victor Gyökeres. But
And
if he's fit enough, believe you me,
it's not
Rasmus
fit enough.
Hoyland can even do better than Victor Gyökeres because he has
No,
the
Josh,
potential. He has the
I
potential. He
disagree.
plays exactly like him.
I'll
He
say it
holds the
again. I
ball
don't
up.
think Rasmus can give us 20 goals, can give us 20 goals in the EPL. Again,
Why?
I do not think Rasmus or Joshua Zaxi can give us 20 goals in the EPL. Josh, we've seen it. You saw last season. What was it, 15 or 16 goals in all competitions? That is
Yeah, he
way
scored
below
11
the bar,
in the.
Josh.
Yeah,
Considering
but
the amount of
that's
money we
his
paid for
debut
Rasmus
season.
Holland,
That's his
it's
debut
way below the
season.
bar.
If I remember correctly, remind me if I'm wrong. Thierry Henry, I think, had three in his first season, not five.
You don't have to do
So, I
that,
mean,
Josh.
your first season is your first season. Things can happen differently. You have to be a certain mold of a player for you to have very great numbers. But that does not take away
Excuse me.
the potential of the kid. It does not take away the talent that the kid has got. So, I mean, I have no problem with Rasmus Hoyland developing because you can see that he can develop into a player
How
even
long do we
better
have to
than
wait for him to
Victor
develop,
Jokeres.
Josh? How
Yeah,
long do we have to how long do we have to wait for him to develop? Because as Aaron said,
honestly,
honestly, as Aaron said, if we, I think I also said it, was it yesterday or yesterday, but one, we need to get to Victor Gyökeres. And I remember I even told you the game that I watched between Celtic in the Champions League and Sporting Lisbon. I told you, yo, there's a player in Sporting Lisbon. His name is Victor Gyökeres. He's stunning.
do you
And
know
guess
how
what?
the world? Do you know how we, who are his fans, call him?
No, please let me know.
He's yeah, he's too good. We don't mention his name. We just do this.
The celebration. Yo,
That's the
that is
guy.
cold.
That's
That
the
is cold.
guy.
Anyway, I see Aaron saying next row will be good, but our match against Chelsea will be a little shaky. That is true. That will be a tough test. That will be a tough test. But you know, these interim managers always have those. I mean, they have those runs. They have that luck. You remember Ole when he came in? He had that wild. Did we win like 13 games in a row? And all of a
Yeah.
sudden, he was awarded a contract. So yeah,
No. There's a
Sinan says Fernandez's goal was mirindaristic. Sinan, you don't
Miranda
have to do
stick.
that. You don't have to
Look.
do that, Sinan.
No, but it was whatever that Mirandistic means. I also agree. I don't know what you agree with, whether you agree with me or
You,
you
Aaron?
agree with Fernandez's goal.
Sinan says, Isaac, that was the first time in the new league and could get injured. I think he's talking about Rasmus Holland. No, Sinan,
Yeah.
I know it's the first time in the new league, but this season we've seen the few
He
chances
came
he's been
injured.
given.
He had a back stress factor that couldn't go away. Missed a few months. You know, he came in. He showed what he was about, and the team was still in transition. But for me, I do believe that the few games that he has played this season, I think they're
Mm.
the best games he has played for Manchester United, even when he has not scored. The way
Um,
he took the goal against Brentford, you can't tell me that that guy is not a striker. You can't tell me that the guy was so
I'd even
composed and calm. For a guy who was bought for that kind of money and is given a lot of stick for not producing the goods, to score that goal in the manner that he did, I mean,
you know, when
it
I turn
was
around
very
my cape like
commendable.
this, when I turn around my cape like this, it's because I don't like what you're cooking. So, and I have to step in. I have to
Bro,
step in.
bro, I'm kidding
Aaron
still
says,
though.
"Oh, see, yo, I would love this Nigerian at Man United. By the way, I would love him." Over the weekend, I
Forget it.
saw
I
Evra
don't
cooking
think.
Arsenal fans. Do you know what he told them? He
Yeah.
told them,
Was he wrong?
no, he was not wrong. He told them,
He-
how do you sign? I don't know, but it was like, how do you fail to sign such a player and you let him go to Turkey, to Galatasaray? You know, he went on to say, watching Arsenal is like watching Netflix. You always have to wait
yeah.
for the next season, which is true. So, I mean,
He
this
also
player right here,
he also
I would
said
love to.
something.
He's a typical number nine.
He
I would
also
love
said
to get him at
something.
Man United.
He also said something about the guys at United. He doesn't understand why guys at United brought in a medical guy from Arsenal. Arsenal was
But
a
that
team
is
that
true.
has
I remember
six
I said
big
it. I
guys.
said about, yo,
Yeah,
we're
but I
doing
also
so
kept
bad in the
telling
medical
you
department.
maybe
Our
it's that
kids, our
guy.
players are always getting injured. That is true. I agree with him, by the way. That is
Eh,
100% true. Why would you
Yeah,
get
I
a.
also agree with Sinan there. Hoyland is good. He's good. He can
And
do
I believe
better.
he
He
can do
can do
better.
better.
I want to believe that, but unfortunately, I cannot. We are halfway into the season with 2 months to the first leg of the season. And how many goals does he have? Not even five. Don't tell me he
How
was in,
many
rather
games
he
has he
was he's
played?
been injured. That's
How
what I was
many
coming
games
to.
has he played?
That is what I was coming to. Don't tell me he's
Yeah,
been
so
injured
it's
and all
only
that,
his
Josh.
health that can get in the way.
Well,
And you should know, maybe you didn't understand the player that you bought when you bought Joshua Zagzi, because Zagzi was not brought in to score 20 goals in the league season. He was brought
mm,
in for the football that he plays. He's a facilitator, and when push comes to shove, the manager just thought that a facilitator would help you to unlock teams, because you have very pacey wingers in Ganacho and Rashford, and the expectation is these wingers are firing on all cylinders, so a facilitator can bring them into play and they be able to get many more goals. Fernandez can keep playing one twos off Joshua Zakzi, and he lays it off to him in positions that are very good for him to tuck it away. If anything, the game we played yesterday, the most disappointing thing was that Joshua Zaxi did not get
Did
on the
not
score
score.
sheet.
Was not on the score sheet.
Things didn't work
I
out
think
for
he needs
him.
time. He needs time. He
Yeah,
needs
he
time, to
does,
be
but
honest.
things were not working out for him. You would see that he was very frustrated, and yeah,
I think he needs time, Josh. He needs time because we have players like Ganacho who have had 10 goals, both goals and assists, rather 10 in both goals
yeah,
and
maybe
assists
it's
in 9 starts this season.
mm,
By the way, Ahmad came on. He looks okay. He looks okay.
yeah,
The
it
lift
looks
was
good.
also solid yesterday. He had a better performance. But yesterday I saw why Eric Ten Hag kept on benching the keeper, Bayindi.
By in
Bayindi, I
there,
don't know how you pronounce.
mm,
It explains why he kept on benching him. And yeah,
he's
he's
not
not
that
yet ready.
good
He
playing
needs.
the ball
No,
out.
he's not. No, 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 no. He's not that good at all. But yeah, Aaron says, do you think our current
Yeah,
squad can adapt to Robin Amorim's three
maybe
four three? Josh,
maybe to answer him, we go straight into Ruben Amorim. I don't hear you. Yeah. I don't hear you, but let me carry on as you sort yourself. But yeah, Aaron,
yeah,
what you
Josh.
should
Sorry
know
about
is
that. Technical issues. Technical issues.
sorry,
Yeah, Josh.
sorry.
Let's get into Amorim. Let's get into. But before we do that, I see Sinan saying, Isaac, the reason why Ten Hag was sacked is because he failed to make players play as a team. Everyone played his ball with a lot of selfishness. Well, correct, maybe no. It's debatable because some players are just mean. You look at Rashford. He's just the way he is. Josh, I know you're going to come in and talk about Ganacho. That is not correct. I won't allow that. You look at players like.
But you're the
But
only
anyway, I
Man
don't think it's
United
fair.
fan.
I don't think
You're
it's
the only
fair for
Man
one to
United.
say rather they played the way they played, or rather because Ten Hag was, in other words, Ten Hag was sacked because of players being too selfish. No, I think something was missing right from the substitutions, the starting lineup. A lot of things were not ticking right, Josh.
Yeah,
So
but you
please
know
allow me if I differ with
you're
you,
the only
or rather
Man
from what you're
United
saying. Sorry.
fan. You're the only Man United fan who does not believe that Garnacho is selfish at this moment. You do not believe that Garnacho's inconsistencies um, and poor decision making is due to um, his selfishness and desire to be the headline in each game, which is not a bad thing for a player to be hungry to get on the score sheet and stuff like that. But if you're
Okay.
playing for a team like Manchester United, you must be able to make the decisions that help the team. Because in one way, if you make the right decisions that help the team, that means you can even be able to bang a hat trick in a game. But then it becomes very difficult if you always think that you are going to do it on your own in every game. You just end up maybe scoring one goal in each game. But the potential that Ganacho has and the ability that he has, he must actually um, look at himself deeper and maybe
Okay.
improve one or two things, because he is just not developing in the manner that I thought he would be developing. But I do accept. I appreciate the fact that he's a young player. It will take some time. He has to make the mistakes because the mistakes will make him better. I am just hoping that he reflects on these mistakes on his own without a manager even telling him these things. So maybe he can want to be a better player, and those things will come naturally, and then he will be a top player for Manchester United.
All right, Josh. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So let's go to the. I mean, you talked about it a few minutes ago. Let's go to what you really want to talk about. Ruben Amorim to Man United, who's set to. Right, he's yet to be officially announced, by the way.
Yeah,
But
we have
as
to
things
answer.
look like,
We have to answer. I think Emmanuel's question.
yeah, what was that?
He did ask about do you think the current squad players will be able to adapt
To a
to
3-4-3.
to a 3-4-3?
Have at it,
Yeah,
Josh.
I would like to tell Aaron that Amorim is a player's coach. Yeah, I think that is the right term. I think Amorim is a player's coach. Amorim has the ability to adapt to situations, so he will adapt to the squad that Man United have. He's not necessarily going to play a 3-4-3. He's not a rigid manager. He's not one trick pony. It's not that he only has a 3-4-3 in his locker. He has the ability to play so many different formations. So he will look at the players that he has, and don't be surprised if he does not play anything like Sporting Lisbon used to play, because he's just a good manager. Okay, so he doesn't have to play a 3-4-3 unless the players at the club are good enough for him to play that system.
Well, I also think Rasmus Holland's profile fits Amorim's style of play very well,
Oh, it
especially
does 100%.
with his
That's how
ability to
Jokeres
run the
to
channels
run the
and take on
channels,
Gyökeres.
to
That's what I
hold
was
the
coming
ball
through.
up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, I
Man
do
United
see
fans
it.
sometimes
Oh,
underestimate his talent, talent, but with the right manager to set him up, oh god, he can fire so good. We have players like Ugarte; they've already played under Amorim, so still under the same formation, 3-4-3. So, I mean, he's a clear cut player, breaks up play. I mean, plays and spreads all over the pitch so well. His best football, by the way, was played under Amorim, if you remember, before PSG bought him. And also Rashford. I think Rashford would also be a very good player under
so will
Amorim.
Ganacho. So will
Players like
Ganacho.
Ganacho,
And
yeah.
if a player like Ganacho is not stubborn and accepts what the manager wants him to do, and
Mm.
maybe plays him as a wing back, he will even be a much better player. Do
Oh,
you
with
remember?
Ganacho,
Yes.
a wing back.
Yeah.
Yosh.
You want to slap me?
Yeah, I want to through the screen. No, that is not. No,
You
that caught me
see,
off guard.
you see, you see, there was a time that Bukayo Saka was played as a left back. But
I
you know the
remember that.
reason he was played as a left back? There was a time Raheem Sterling was also played as a right back. But the reason that managers do this is for these young players to appreciate football much more than just their positions. He wants the young player to see the whole pitch. He wants the young player to have more tactical awareness about his positioning on the pitch. Each and every moment when the ball is being moved around, he wants to know how he wants this young player to know how a forward attacking him operates in that phase of the game. So this can sharpen the player. This can awaken the qualities of the player, and yeah, it can become a very good thing for him. Of course, he's not going to do it forever, but yeah, it just for a time not long, not short enough, not short, but just enough for him to understand these things.
Yeah, by the Graham Souness or Souness, is it Souness? Came
Yeah.
out and said, "I look at Man United since Ineos came in, and it's screaming out to me that they don't really get football."
Yeah. You said Graham Souness.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would expect that from him.
Anyway, Joshua, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in.
Because
Sports
if
Jazz,
anything, if
Isaac and
anything,
Josh, please keep tuned in, subscribe, turn on the notifications. Sports Jazz, I am with Josh, and you can see he's already putting up a fight for Man United. Josh, you were saying, if
Man,
anything,
yeah, if anything, a guy like Graham Souness is just a sore because he never had the opportunity to have played for Man United or managed Man United. He's seen so many. Um, First of all, he's a Scouser, right?
well,
He's a
he
Liverpool
played, yeah,
guy, right?
exactly.
Okay,
That's
he
what I was
played
going
for
to say.
Liverpool. He's a Liverpool guy, but
Yeah,
even after that, I mean, he comes off like his hatred for Man United
he's
is
always bitter.
misplaced. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
correct.
he's bitter with Man United not because he's a Liverpool guy, but he's bitter with Man United because he never had the opportunity to be at Man United. It's for
No,
me. It feels like he wanted to manage Man United. He
well,
wanted
he
to have
called
played for Man
Casemiro a
United.
steady Eddie, and
Yes.
one would say yes. I mean, he's close to that. He
No.
said he
No.
was
No.
only
No.
good because he was playing
No.
under
No.
fellow better
No. No.
players
No.
at Real Madrid. That's why
Impossible.
he excelled that side, and he called him a
Impossible.
steady Eddie. So you do not agree with
Impossible.
him?
I don't agree with him. How do you agree with that guy? How do you agree with
Uh,
that guy? Now, here is the
well,
thing, though. Here is the thing, though. When you say that the same guy who says Casemiro is a steady Eddie, he cannot make it at Man United, is the same guy who tells you that the manager is so poor, United is underperforming. What does that mean? That means that if the manager is that poor, it's not the players' fault. The players maybe are given instructions that are not good enough. So,
mm,
what does he want? Let him pick one hustle. On one point, he's saying the players are the ones who are bad. On the other point, he's saying that the manager is the one who is bad and he can't do anything to change the fortunes of the club. But it's unfortunate that Manchester United is still a big club, and he will just remain sore for the rest of his life for as long as Manchester United
yeah,
is here.
let's go to the real thing. Man United, we're still on that Man United Jazz, Sports Jazz. Josh and Isaac, please do subscribe, turn on the notifications. Josh, now let's go into it. Let's speak about now Ruben Amorim appointment as the new Man United manager. I
My
understand.
man.
Lauren Whitwell a few hours ago tweeted and said United have agreed a deal with Sporting for Ruben Amorim to join them in the next international break for 11 million pounds. The Portuguese coach is expected to be in charge against Ipswich, on November 24th. He goes on to say Sporting wanted Ruben Amorim to stay at the club for the big games against Man City, Braga, and Man United. Agreed. They wanted him to stay for the games against Braga and City, and Man United did agree for him to stay.
Yeah, there
Uh,
are three games: Estoril, Man City, and Braga.
yeah, correct. Well,
Mm.
Sporting are expected to announce later today that a full agreement has been reached with Man United for Ruben Amorim, 10 million, 10 million pounds in compensation. He will join in the international break. His first game will be against Ipswich on 24th November. And of course, his backroom staff will also join him. And when I talk about the backroom staff, I'm talking about Ruben Amorim bringing with him assistants Carlos Fernandez, Adelio Candido, Emmanuel Ferro, goalkeeper coach George Vital, and sports scientist Paulo Barreira. Josh, that's Paulo Barreira. I mean, in a few minutes, with what I've said, I want you to give me a good picture about the kind of, the backroom stuff in
What Man United is getting.
what Man United is getting with Omorim coming with the sports scientist Paul Bereira. Of course, you have Candido, you have Thero, you have Vital, you have Carlos Fernandez. Give me a good picture. What you might, what Man United fans should expect with
you see,
with Amorim coming with this whole backroom stuff. Is it
you
good for the
see,
club? Is it bad for the club? Is it going to improve the club? Is it going to be a decline? What areas are we going to see that are going to be like? I'm looking at the set pieces. We're still very poor at set pieces, even after hiring Andreas. I'm forgetting the second
Jurgensen.
name. Yeah, Jorgensen. We're still
Guess
very poor
what?
at that. Just
Guess
tell me.
what? For the first time since we signed the guy, I saw him on the touchline yesterday. Did you see him?
Maybe you
For
were
the first
scared
time,
of
I saw him, and
maybe Ten Hag rather wasn't giving him permission to do that because we saw him
I don't
yesterday
know.
on the
I don't want
touchline
to
with
say
Leicester.
that, but I saw him, and yeah, maybe he's seen that one manager has left and is next, so
Well,
he's getting his shit together.
well, Sports Jazz, thank you so much for tuning in. Isaac and Josh. Josh, again, tell me about the backroom stuff that Ruben Amorim is coming in with in
You
Carlos
see,
Fernandez. All those players that I've mentioned, Carlos Fernandez. We see Pereira is also coming through. Vital, Candido, Emmanuel Ferrero. Tell me, is it positive that he's coming in with this play, or rather with this stuff, the backroom stuff? Of course, he trusts them. He's the players. Rather, he's the. These are the people that he's been working with at Sporting Lisbon that have managed and elevated him to the point where Man United had to pick him as their new next manager.
yeah, you see, Ruben Amorim, his progress up to now has been very rapid. You know, the things that have happened in his short managerial career are tremendous. But maybe let me just speak one or two things to tell you. Ruben Amorim has a very high ceiling in the world of football, which explains why he has been highly coveted by big
I'm
clubs all over
listening. I'm
Europe.
listening. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
that
was
is true.
always
By
going.
the Barcelona, Man
Yeah,
City, Bayern Munich.
everyone
Yeah.
wants him. I mean, it's just that it was always going to take an arm and a leg to praise him away from Sporting Lisbon during the season.
Mm,
But guess what? The biggest club of them all under Ineos is the one that came calling. And it was just too big an opportunity to turn down for the 39-year-old modern manager. He just could not believe that this opportunity had come. Little wonder he is often referred to in Portugal as the next special one.
correct. I read that by the way somewhere.
Yeah, you see, though their styles of football and achievements are glaringly distinctive at the same stage, the circumstances of their ascendance in management proper are somewhat similar. If you remember very well, Jose Mourinho came to Chelsea after winning a Champions League title with Porto, following
Correct.
then chairman of Chelsea, Ken Betts' sale of the club to Roman Abramovich.
Mm,
And here comes Ruben Amorim, who won the first title for Sporting Lisbon in 19 years, and followed it up with numerous titles before switching allegiances to Manchester United under Ineos, that just acquired a commanding stake at the club. I think now you can see how he is mirrored with the special one, because things are even that are just not about football are happening almost at the same time. The other time, Roman Abramovich had bought Chelsea. This time, Ineos has gotten a commanding stake at
I'm still
Manchester
waiting,
United.
Josh, how you're going
So,
to
I mean,
relate this to the backroom
n-
stuff that is coming with the Amorim.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But you see, I am just telling you that this is the type of manager that you have at the moment. Now, if you have that, what has made that guy that guy? Why is he that guy? Is because of the people who work with him, the people who surround him. As in, yes, he does have the tactical nous, but he's kept very good company with people like Carlos over
Mm.
time in his managerial career. And these are people that he trusts. These are football people. These are people who understand him. And he has introduced something very interesting. You see, Vital, the goalkeeper coach, he likes to have the goalkeeper coach because he wants his goalkeeper to play a certain way. At certain points of the game, he wants his goalkeeper to come and be the third center back. You know, there are two center backs, then he's the third center back, to just have a numerical advantage when he's playing the ball from the back. So, I mean, he has to have a goalkeeping coach for of his choice, so the goalkeeping coach understands exactly what he wants to do, and maybe can transform this to Andre Onana. Then for me, the best of them all that is coming with is the fifth guy in his staff, that is Paulo Barreira, the sports scientist. You see, Paulo Barreira is a sports scientist who applies scientific principles to improve the athletic performance and health of players. You know, he uses their knowledge of he uses his knowledge of biomechanics, physiology, and psychology to help athletes achieve their goals. And he works with individual athletes to provide scientific support in preparation for competition. This has he has done at Sporting Lisbon, and he has bettered the odds for the players because he has tried to prepare them in the best manner possible for them to perform at the highest level. Now, that is a thing that I would love for Ruben Amorim to bring with him to Manchester United. That to me speaks volumes about his detailed um, approach to every aspect of the athlete that he wants to manage. So, and the same guy analyzes data from training and competition to identify areas of improvement. I mean, he studies players, he designs training programs and stuff like that. So, I mean, for me, I'm very excited for such a guy to be included on the team in Manchester.
Well, thank you for the insight, Josh. So, in others, you're very confident that the boys
It's
Amorim is
painful.
coming with are going to be
Yeah.
an addition. But you know,
Yes,
with them
they're
coming,
truly an
some
addition. The painful thing
some
is
people are going to
Ruud
be
van.
let go.
Yeah, they
No,
should be
Ruben
let
Nistelrooy
go.
is going to stay. He's going to stay. He's
No,
going to stay
no, 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 no. In
unless he
what
decides to leave.
capacity? In what capacity? You see, I mean, they're
Just
saying
what?
he's going to stay, but then it might not be in the capacity that he wishes, and then he just decides to leave. I told you yesterday that Ruud van Nistelrooy is not a pushover. He's not a guy that you're going to tell that go and manage the under 21s for as long as you're at Manchester United and you have a contract. You know,
Mm,
he's not that type of guy. He's the guy who is going to tell you exactly what he wants. Because, I mean, if you remember, even when he was a footballer, he told a guy as decorated as Sir Alex Ferguson exactly what he wanted, you know?
yeah,
Yeah, so
that is correct.
yeah, he can stay, supposedly, he can stay, but you know, he might just change his mind. But that's why I was telling you that it's a bit painful that it is necessary for Ruben Amorim to come with the guys that he works with, the guys that he trusts, the guys that um, the guys that he trusts, the guys that have been working with him in a successful period. So maybe they can sit together and analyze the situation at Man United and come up with the best solutions. But then it's painful that Ruud van Nistelrooy might just be sidelined.
No, I think
And
he's
on the
staying,
other hand,
Josh.
yeah, and yeah,
Because he said in an interview, he said, "Well,
yes,
I'm here. I was brought in as an assistant, and I'm here to see out my contract."
yeah. Oh, I thought he said that is there for as long as the club still needs him.
Of course, the club, but they have no reason to fire him. What has he done wrong for him to be fired? He was just an assistant.
No, they might just not be enough space.
Well, maybe that will depend on Amorim when he comes
That's
in.
what I'm saying. But then you can also argue that Ruben Amorim would want to have an ally in Ruud van Nistelrooy, a guy who knows the
Exactly.
football club, a guy who has been around, and you know, he
He
might want
commands a
to
lot
have
of
that.
respect at Carrington,
Yes,
him
but
being a
again,
legend, having scored
again,
150 goals for Man
it,
United.
it is difficult. It is difficult that I am arguing that Ruben might want to have an ally, but I'm also the same guy telling you that he might also just be that guy who doesn't want anything to do with a guy who is telling him about his old glory.
All right. You know, I just let's look. Let's look at. I'm looking here at United District, and I see the squad right here that
Yeah, 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 yeah,
uh,
yeah.
that is Amorim's squad. United will pay around 12.6 million pounds for Ruben Amorim and his coaching staff. Of course, you have Carlos Fernandez, you have Vital, you have Bereida, you have Emmanuel. I mean, everyone, the coaching,
Candido.
Candido, everyone is there just in the building, and they're all waiting for the job. And I assume they're very excited, very, very excited, because majority are always very excited. So,
I
well,
think
let's
I
see how
think
things go.
we should let go of the Darren Fletchers and Ruud
Oh
van
yes,
Nistelrooy
I agree.
space.
I agree. Maybe Nisri can stay, but Darren Fletcher. I mean, all those players should go, man. Seriously, Fletcher. Who else is there?
There's Fletcher, there's Rene Hake. By the way, we are talking
Rene.
about Ruud van Nistelrooy, but we're not talking about Rene Hake because Rene Hake also came with Ruud van
You
Nistelrooy
should
as
follow
assistant.
suit. You should follow
You
suit.
know,
I'm telling you.
it is difficult for Man United to spend all this type of money to what to fire managers and stuff like that. We have to be very wary of
Sinan
the
says Nestor
PSR.
is staying. Yeah, well, it
Yeah, I
looks
would
like
love
he's
for him
saying
to
that he
stay.
might
I would
go
love for
after
him to
some
stay.
time. He might feel out of place, and he decides to leave himself because it
No,
always
he's not.
happens. We saw
For
that
me,
with
I don't
McKenna,
see
Josh. We saw that
McKenna.
after Ole left. After it's only Fletcher that stayed.
Yeah, but
Majority of them left.
for me, I think that even Ruben Amorim is a guy who would be very. I mean, Ruud van Nistelrooy would be very interested to work with a guy like Ruben Amorim.
That would be great. That would be great. That would be great, Josh. We're also looking at players that would thrive in under Amorim. United Truthful says there's a growing confidence behind the scenes that Harry Amas will have a better chance of breaking through under the incoming coach and is likely to be given even more scope to evolve. Josh, do you agree with that?
Come again?
It says, let me put it up again for you to see. They're talking about Harry Amas, players that might be given a chance to play under
But
Amorim.
Harry Amas
There's a
was
growing.
always going to be given a chance to play this season.
Okay.
Yeah, he was always going to be given a chance to play this season. It's just that maybe it's taking longer than we expected, but we are just football fans, and uh, unlike uh, um, unlike okay, the most of us do not really get to watch the training sessions and stuff like that, so we cannot really tell the development of the kid. But when we saw the kid, yes, the kid has had some brilliant performances, but you could still tell that there's one of two things about his game that have not yet really developed. and maybe the manager just does not want to throw him in at the deep end, because when you have a kid like Harry Yamas, who is very talented, and you bring him into a chaotic side that is struggling like Manchester United, he might just be the unfortunate kid who just scores an own goal or gives away the ball for a goal on his debut, and that might dent his confidence, and you end up losing such a player for a longer period than you would have liked. So for me, I don't have a problem with the manager in charge of the club waiting on the young lad to be ready, even if he comes and shows flashes of brilliance in a period that we don't have a left back. I can wait.
Well, your friends at Talksport said that is Gabi, a former Aston Villa player.
Yeah.
I think I think they, Manchester United, have gotten the right man. By the way, he was never a fan of Eric Ten Hag. Never, never.
Yeah,
I won't
yeah,
play.
yeah. Yeah,
I
no, he
won't play
was not.
the.
No, he was
He
not.
was never. Then, of course, uh, we also see something about the contract of Ruben Amorim, where it says contract duration until 2027 with an option for an additional year. If everything goes according to plan, Amorim will soon be the new manager. Josh, do you see Amorim staying until 2027 as
He's
the
the
manager?
one
And do you
winning.
even see him taking another year?
Is the one winning the trophy for Manchester United and bringing in kids like Seko Kone and Chido Obi Martin and Samuel Lusale at the club. He's the one who is going to see the or transformation of players like Rasmus Højlund, Kobe Mainu, Alejandro Garnacho, Amad Diallo in a new look Manchester United side that will have two or three more experienced players that we shall get in the summer and the summers to come, to solidify that unit to be able to compete. Because yes, I mean we are in transition, and we are doing all these right things behind the scenes, but you cannot do it forever. You must be able to be very competitive in the league, and you can only do that by strengthening and bringing in players who are a bit more experienced. Yes, we do have Fernandez and Casemiro and Ericsson in the side, players you can say experienced along with Johnny Evans, but these are players who will not give you more than 3 years, because the best bet for a player who is going to give you 3 years is Bruno Fernandez, because he's just making 30. But you will need to have to reinforce with more senior players in very critical positions at the club, for us to be able in the team, for us to be able to compete. But I do believe that Amorim will transform the team, and he will be at United for a long time. But let him not forget, this is Manchester United. It's a big football club. If he does not do what he's supposed to do or what they expect him to do, he will go. He will go.
You're already warning him ahead.
Yeah,
In case
yeah,
he
yeah,
does
yeah.
what he's not
Because this
supposed
is
to do,
Manchester United. Yeah, this is Manchester United. He has to do exactly what he's supposed to do, and that is
and
win football matches.
if he
That is
doesn't,
why,
100%, he's supposed to
yeah,
go.
he has to leave. But that is why that managing a club like Manchester United is so hard, because there is that whole historical feel that fans do have, that Manchester United still has certain standards. Yet Manchester United no longer has those standards. The standards we are setting are the ones we are setting today, the ones Ineos is setting today. When you talk about
Correct.
Manchester United that used to do this or the other, you don't know the Manchester United that is available today. But if you appreciate the Manchester United you have now, then yeah, you can know that the standards are the ones that Ineos is setting, and the manager who will be in charge.
Well, on our screen, we see someone from Sky Sport asking, a journalist from Sky Sport asking uh, Nistroy about Ruben Amorim. Is he already announced? Ruud van Nistelrooy says he has not spoken to Ruben Amorim. Well, we expect that more, and I don't know how he's going to handle that because they're going to be throwing it right in his face. I expect better from him, and I think,
Yeah, his presser today
yeah, his press was
for
today.
the Chelsea game.
Not really, by the way, not for the Chelsea game. I think we'll
Oh,
have another one tomorrow or on
okay.
Saturday for the Chelsea game. But yeah, about here's what Ruben Amorim had to say on the Manchester United move. I know it's difficult for everyone, but at the end of the game, we will address it. I don't think the president forced me to leave immediately. He's defending the club's rights, and I'm not getting involved in that. I would never do that. I think that at the end of the game, everyone will be very clear. The fans will like it or not, but everything will be settled, and they will see that there is no peace between us. We are adults, and things happen sometimes. I think that is him trying to talk to Sporting Lisbon fans. Those that have been some have called him a traitor, some, and the happiest in all of this are the Braga fans, FC Porto fans, because they
Yeah,
know he has
you
been
you had
tormenting them. So
you
with
had
him
you had
leaving,
yeah. I had
with
Jose
him leaving,
Fonte. You remember Jose Fonte, the Portuguese
who
centre back who played for Southampton in the
mm-hmm,
Premier League
mm-hmm.
at some point?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
He did say he showered praises on Amorim on one of those interviews, but said I wish that Man United do take him because it will be better for us here. He plays at Braga now. I don't know if
How
he
he
plays
plays
or
at Braga.
coaches, but he's at
They
Braga
have
now.
real beef, by the way, at Braga. They have real beef. Sinan says a player plays when his right time come, and his services need no matter how much you may be talented.
True,
That is Sinan for you. Sinan is
100%.
you agree with him?
Yeah, I agree with him. A player can only play when he's ready. However much you want the player to be getting into the side in that moment, I mean, it might just take a little more time.
Well, that's it. That's it. Josh, if we're to go on, I'm trying to go through some tweets about Amorim, but I don't see any. But yeah, Josh. Anyway, once again, thank you so much for tuning in Sports Jazz. Josh and Isaac, we're talking about Amorim joining Man United very soon, coming along with his boys, his squad, his team. Uh, I can't wait. I just can't wait to have proper football played. And I can't wait to see that 3-4-3 get into play, get into position. Players coming off, Rasmus Holland scoring. Ziad, finally, you're here. Speak to him. Josh, you missed the Leicester game. Answer honestly. Were you crying with Ten Hag on the phone? Which is
Yeah,
true.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I had to go and check on my man. Much as Ruud van Nistelrooy is my man too, but I had to check on my man. He enjoyed the game. He wished Ruud van Nistelrooy all the success that he can get. But how did you find the game? How did you find the game anyway?
Now, of course, Ziad was up here celebrating.
Yeah.
Ziad was here celebrating, but I don't know what he thought of the game. But as I said earlier, that was too basic for Man United. I don't think United fans should be so happy. He said would
Yeah.
like to see Anthony. And yo, come on, man.
Yes, Anthony could be a good wing back.
That is
Yes.
what you just said. Or you just said about Brother Ganacho. That is false,
Yes.
Josh.
It is not. Even
No, it
Ganacho
is.
can be.
I think we played like we do under Ten Hag. We need it. Thank you very much. Yeah, that is true, Ziad. We were basic. We were basic. Yes, we
Yeah.
had some bit of individual brilliance,
But there was
goals
energy.
from
There was
Casemiro,
energy. There
the
was
fifth
energy
goal
and
from
tenacity in the game.
the fifth goal from
At least
Fernandez.
it was
But
not
if you look
lacking
at our
in.
defending, how we conceded both goals, by the way, the first and second goal, even the goals that we scored, apart from Ganacho, Casemiro's first goal, and
Two.
the fifth goal from
Those are three
Fernandez. I mean,
goals.
those are three
Those
goals.
are
Yeah,
three
Josh, I
goals,
know,
really.
but still,
Three.
we indeed he didn't play. Around four, 5 players did not play for Leicester City. So I don't think we really did a good job yesterday. I don't think we really need massive
I
improvement.
thought I
And,
thought
and
the results
I do
matter.
agree with the I do agree with the Ziad.
I thought the results matter. The rest is bollocks. As long as
Yeah,
you
they
get the
matter, but
results, you're done.
well, he says, yeah, they were deflections. Yeah, the Fernandez's goal, apart from Casemiro and Garnacho, the Fernandez. Even by the way, the fifth
Even
goal was
Fernandez.
beautiful. The fifth goal was beautiful from Fernandez, but again,
You
it
know
was a loose
Fernandez
ball
was going
from
to
the
play.
defender.
Do you know
It was a
Fernandez
back
was
pass
going to
from the
play that
defender.
ball? Fernandez was going to play that ball into Joshua Zagzi.
Just you told me about that. You told me
I
about, but I
saw
liked
him.
it.
I saw the way he was running with this ball, and he saw Zagzi. He almost played it, but
At least we
defender
agree
got
something
back.
on Sinan. We agree on something with Sinan when it comes to Rashford. That's what I'm talking about. I think he's a crook. I mean, he's had his time, but I don't think he's going to give us anything more than that. He's always going to be made. He's always going to. I don't think Josh is going to give us what we really need from. Uh, anyway, I'm not a fan of Rashford this season. I'm not a fan,
And
but
yet
I know
this
Josh.
season, he has improved from last season.
What?
Yeah, he's putting in a shift.
No, there is no improvement, Josh. There's no improvement. Ziad says, for me, based on available players, Onana, Dallo, Maguire, Delict, Martinez, Mazzari, Ugarte, Maino, Bruno, Rashford. Yo, I know Maguire has had a decent season this so far, but I don't think we should keep our hopes high. He's one of the players that should leave. Maguire, Lindelof,
I don't
Johnny
understand what Ziad
Evans,
is saying.
Ericsson, Ericsson, even Casemiro. I like him, but he
As in,
should
is
also
he
leave. He
asking a
says,
question? Are these the players that he would keep?
I think he said,
Uh,
for me, based on available players, Onana,
yes,
he's telling you players that he would, I think he would have. And yeah, Lenny Euro also coming back.
there's
We are still
there's no
waiting.
Ganacho
I have
in
a
his
feeling
team.
Lenny
He
Euro
forgot
is
Ganacho.
going to come back. I have a feeling Euro is coming back next year, January. Yo, Ziad, you forgot about Ganacho. That is true, by the way. Ganacho should be somewhere. Sinan says Rashford is a cry mama. I'm not a fan. This he says that's the lineup he plays under Amor. Oh, I think he plays. No,
Maguire. Maguire
Maguire.
he can't be anywhere near that
Ziad
lineup.
Maguire is not very good, but no, he plays. He used to play a good back three under
A back
Southgate.
three. Yeah, but I don't think he has the legs anymore.
Sorry, I
He
just
doesn't
don't
have
think
the
he's very
legs.
good playing from
He's
the back.
just too slow. He's just too slow.
No,
And
no, no.
you
I
have a
do not
better
agree with you.
player. You have a better. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you,
No, no, no,
Ziad.
no, no. I
Thank
don't.
you,
No,
Ziad.
no. I do not agree. This, this I do not agree. This season, Rashford being
Thank you,
better than
Ziad.
Ganacho. Hell no,
Yes,
I do not agree. I do.
he
Ganacho
is.
washes him. Ganacho, and he says Maguire in a back three. Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah,
telling
but
Josh.
that back
He used
three
to
you're
play well
talking
under
about,
Southgate, but
that yes, but
he's not good when
that
playing
was
from the
like
back. That's the
that
problem.
was like 2 years ago. The Maguire you're talking about,
And
like
he's
2 years
slow.
ago, and he was still not good.
He can be the center
England,
defender. Still
Gareth
no.
Southgate, Gareth Southgate just set up in a manner that was very pragmatic, that it helped the center backs. But Amorim does not set up to have water carriers in his team. Maguire would just be a water carrier, and people are playing for him. By the time you tell me that you cannot play well in as a in a two,
Gosh,
that you have
what
to
a
be
character.
three, that you have to be three for you to play well, it means you need help.
That is very disrespectful, yo.
No,
Very disrespectful.
no, this is
Josh, do you agree with what Ziad is saying? He's not
yeah.
much slower than Delict.
No, no, no,
Maguire,
no, no. Delete is
I think
faster
he's
than him.
slower. He's
No,
faster. I also
Delete is
agree with
faster
you on
than
that.
him, and Delete is more aggressive. And Delete is a footballer. Yes, he doesn't have the best of recovery pace, but he's a better footballer than Maguire is.
Ziad says our best left wing performance was Rashford against Porto, and Ten Hag the fraud played him on the right wing after
He
that.
can no,
Yo,
didn't you
for
sit
no
him?
reason.
Oh,
No,
he didn't come back for the
Ziad,
second half.
Ziad, I
I never
personally, I would prefer
understood
to
that.
have,
He never
listen,
came back for the second half.
I would prefer to have Ganacho as our left winger and Amad Diallo as our right winger, unless Rashford steps up, but only for this season. Even
Oh
last
my
season,
god.
I
Oh
don't
my
think he's
god.
doing so good. I don't think
What
he's
are you
doing so
talking
good.
about? Rashford has
Maguire
to
is
be
good.
there.
No, no,
Yeah,
no, no.
Maguire
Ziad,
is
Maguire
good.
is
I
not.
do believe.
No, Josh is
Maguire,
fair.
no, and okay,
He's
good,
good
good.
when he's playing for Leicester
Is
City. He's good when he's playing for Everton. He's good
those are
when
like
he's playing
6 years
for.
ago.
Actually, he's world class when he's playing for Leeds or Bolton. Okay, I do not think he's even that
where
close to good when he's playing for Man United. To be
where he
honest,
just needs to head the ball back.
yeah,
Yeah,
Leniero
so for me,
comes, he'll start.
my back three, if the manager chose to play 3-4-3, would be
Euro,
Lenny Yoro in the middle, Lisandro
Delict.
Martinez on the left, and Delict on the right. That's
No, mine would
right
be
center back.
Leniero on the right, Leniero on the right, Delict in the middle, Lisandro Martinez, aka the Butcher, on the left. That would be me.
No, I
Because Leniero
for
can
me,
play as a left back and also as a full back.
uh, uh, why I want to
Yeah.
put okay, yeah, but listen to me. Why I want to
Why
put
would you
Lenny
want to
Yoro
switch
in
him
the
for
middle.
Delict? Delict is
No,
a right back. Why?
you see, in a box three, yeah, one defender is in the middle, and one defender is a
Sinan, that is not true. Sinan, that's not true.
right sided center back, not right back, right sided center back, then left sided left back. So Lenny Yoro of them has the most pace. You see, he has the most pace. He can recover well. He's taller than the both of them, and the other ones have the experience, so they can work together. But
Ziad
Ziad, like I
says,
was earlier saying, that Ruben Amorim is not just a what? Is not just a rigid coach. He's a player's coach. He can come to Old Trafford and look at the players and choose not to play 3-4-3. And the English media will quickly go and say that we wanted him to play like Sporting Lisbon, but Man United didn't sign him to play like he was playing at Sporting Lisbon. Man United only signed him because he's a very good manager.
Josh, I don't know what you're trying to say anyway. Ziad
Yeah.
says, yeah, he took him after the rotation. He's talking about Rashford.
Yeah.
Then
Oh my
then he
God.
replies, Sinan, he's talking about Harry Maguire. Anthony left. Yo, Ziad, you keep saying this. Why do you need to see it? You're going to get shocked. You're going to get bad results. You're going to
No,
curse after.
he might just work well there, but I don't know
If
why
we
I
play
feel like
Anthony as left back, we can play Mazzarari as RCB. But that does not I don't know why he would want to see Anthony as the left back, rather as a left wing back. You're going to
do
be
you know what?
disappointed, Ziad.
No, but do you know how a wing back plays?
I know, but it's going to be
Yeah.
disappointed. Imagine when we are on the back foot and they are pressing us. How do you expect Anthony with this ponytail thing? Look, I'm even saying ponytail within pony. How do you expect him to cross the ball? Yo, no, I don't think he's. I don't think he can. He can do. I would rather, by the way, keep Casemiro.
The
Yeah,
guy
somewhere in the
runs
back.
the
We
guy
still need
runs like
Casemiro and
he's
Maguire
washing
seniors, not Maguire. Maguire has cost us enough.
okay, Maguire runs
Maguire
like
should.
he's washing jeans with his hands.
No, Maguire is weak. I
Yeah.
don't. Liverpool didn't move for Amorim because they felt he was took in to stick to his back three system. And also Roma,
Oh, I
joke of the
thought
day.
they
Let me give
failed
you
on the
guys the joke of
money.
the day.
I,
Let
I
me give you
felt
the
they
joke
failed
of the
on the
day.
money. Yes.
Roma, I read somewhere that West Ham did not go in for, because you remember there was a point when West Ham was really into Ruben Amorim before getting the current manager. They
Yeah,
were
yeah.
really
It
really
is
into him.
rumored they even
Roma
made the
is
trip to
if,
London.
exactly to London, but someone came out and said they didn't. It didn't work out so well because, uh, uh, I mean, they thought he didn't have the experience to manage a big club, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? What's West Ham?
I know. Sporting
What's
Lisbon.
West Ham? Come on, man.
No,
Yo,
but there are guys who sit in those offices who have a little or no knowledge about the dynamics of the game, especially these new things. A guy like that would hire Sam Allardyce or a clueless manager like Lopetegui, and you miss out on
you
a
call him
guy
a
like
clueless?
Amorim.
Really? That
Very
man
clueless,
coached. That man
very
coached Real
clueless.
Madrid. That man coached Real Madrid. Josh,
For two
put some
minutes,
respect on his name.
for two
Put some
minutes.
respect on his name. Come on,
You
man.
know what? I lost respect for that guy when he was going to take Spain to the World Cup. Was it the World Cup? Then 2 days later, the guy says that Madrid gave him a job. He has to leave. I mean, now how unserious can you be, a
By
professional?
the way, by the way, I remember that. That was
Yeah,
awful
me,
from
I
him.
lost respect for him.
That was awful. Ziad says Ashley Young moved from winger to fullback.
Yeah,
He actually sometimes played as a wing, a wing back. Actually, Anthony is good but lousy. No, he's not good. He's
yeah,
fair.
he's good. His
No, he's
lousy is
fair.
good.
He's fair. Ziad says, you call Lopetegui clueless, but at halftime he brought on Somerville, Suchek, and Todibo, and Ten
Yeah,
Hag
I
did
do
nothing.
agree. I do
Yo,
agree. I do
Somerville
agree.
changed that game, Josh. You agree, right?
Exactly. Yeah, yeah,
The
yeah. I
whole game
agree
changed when
100%.
Somerville came on.
I agree. You
Todibo,
see,
that should be a Man United player. Should we wait until next summer?
Ziad, Isaac, I went
Yo,
back and watched the interview, the last interview that Eric Ten Hag did after the West Ham game. Eric
mm.
Ten Hag knew he was leaving. Perhaps that's why didn't uh, uh, he didn't apply himself on the game. You know
Josh,
the
before you continue, call him a fraud.
no, no, Ziad. Good night,
You're not calling him a fraud, Josh, but he's a fraud. We agree, right?
Ziad. Good night. No way. That's
This
a
guy
top
with Ten
guy.
Hag.
That's a top guy.
But yo, Ziad, you missed that day.
I have Ziad is. I
The
have a
news broke
feeling.
out that Ten Hag had been fired. Go back, look for that where we say Ten Hag sacked. Josh was fuming. Sinan was
I have a
Sinan
feeling
is the one who
Ziad is
told me,
even.
yo, Josh almost cried.
Great. I have a feeling Ziad is being sarcastic about Anthony playing at left wing back. He just wants
That
to
could be
laugh at
true.
the guy.
That could be true. Yeah, he
He
was
just
waffling. He said sure is a big reason why he can't play good Conte at excuses. Josh, you're saying Ziad is just being sarcastic. He knows what would
I
happen.
think he's being sarcastic. He wants to laugh at at Anthony at left wing back. But for me, I see, yeah, he can play even left wing back.
No, he can't, Josh.
He can. That
To
is
be
a
honest.
position that better players do. I mean, players can play wingers, forwards. They can be able to play that position, and they do just well.
No, I don't think he can, to be honest.
You
He's
know,
not fit to play in that
I can't
position.
wait for the next media bite, mainstream media bite of England, when our manager plays the first game and he plays in a certain manner that they don't understand. They will tell you that this guy has no style of play, as in they're used to seeing what they want to see. Right now, when you ask them what is the style of play of Liverpool, they don't know. They cannot tell you. However, Ancelotti is winning games.
Yeah, by
So
the way,
it is
over the
not in question.
yesterday in the Carabao Cup when Liverpool was playing against, because I was trying to, I watched the game after
Yeah, yeah,
by
yeah.
replay. I
Me
watched
too.
the
I would
replay.
love to see him.
It
Yes.
reminded me of Klopp. It reminded me of Klopp somehow. But Ziad says no. I genuinely want to see him play at left back. That means you want him benched, you want him out, you want him sold, you want him loaned out of Man United. If you really want to see Anthony play as a left back, he's
Yeah.
so left-footed. He's a decent dribbler. Decent dribbler? No, no,
Yes.
no, no. He's not. Apart from
He
this
is.
thing he does with this leg, yo.
No, but he is. Don't hate.
Yeah.
You're hating on the guy. You're just hating on the guy, but he's a real guy.
Yo. Sorry, I had some bit of connect. Apart from this thing he does with his leg, like he's playing kung fu, like he's trying to do something. Other than that, there's nothing good about him. I'm telling you, there's nothing good. The Athletic said United considered Allegri, but didn't move because of his long term. Man, Allegri is old school.
I
I
know.
want new school
I
managers.
know.
Allegri is old school. I'm
By the
so
way,
happy they didn't go for
I
him
used to love Allegri so much because one
until the
time we
project
played
at
Allegri.
Juventus failed
Yeah.
horribly, miserably. I used to
No,
like
there's
him
a.
until the project at Juventus failed horribly.
Oh yeah, that was later on. But for me, when United played
Not
Allegri,
very later on. Mm.
yeah, when United played Allegri under Mourinho, and I think the game
Which
was
team?
1-0.
Which team did he manage in the
Juventus.
Premier League? Was it Chelsea? No,
No,
in the
no, no.
Premier
He's
League.
never been to the
He has
Premier
never.
League. No.
Who managed? Ah, yeah, it was Carlo Ancelotti and Conte.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Carlo Ancelotti and Conte. Well, left backs don't have to
Now you're
use their
talking. Now
right
you're
foot.
talking. This is how Man United should use the assets that they have.
You keep on fidgeting and gambling while other players have typical left wing backs, and you want to bring someone, try out something, experiment. The reason that White and Hag
Estupinan.
lost is
No, you
because
know
he kept on
Estupinan.
experimenting. That
No,
is
do you
why.
know
I know.
Estupinan? Estupinan. Now Estupinan, where does he play? He's now a wing back, a proper guy, proper guy. But he was elsewhere, you know. He was a winger, but turned into a wing back, and is one of the best. Injuries have just
Well,
caught up with him.
thank you so much for tuning in, guys. Sports Jazz, Josh and Isaac. It's been a pleasure. We're still waiting for that. I'll say the marquee signing. We're still waiting for that official announcement from Man United. Official Ruben Amorim signs for Man United as the new manager and will officially take on the reins from or the wheel from currently interim manager Ruud van Nistelrooy on the 11th. But it's still yet to be announced, and I can't wait anymore. Ziad says next summer. Uh, what ain't Nori at Josh? What's that? At Wolves is the best
Eight
left back.
Nuri. Ah, I love that
Ain't
guy.
Nuri at Wolves is
Yeah.
the best
Oh yeah, and Eight Nuri
left
was an
wing back.
attacker.
But try Anthony, and still Shaw comes. Man, I don't want to talk about Luke Shaw. To be honest,
But
the
Eight
player who
Nuri,
gets
I
injured while
remember when Wolves brought in Eight Nuri.
mm,
He started out like he was a forward, like he's an attacker. Then before you know it, is this wing back who scores some 3-4 goals.
I'd say, but Juve are poor right now too. Thiago Mota, I think, already 6 points off top.
Yeah, he
I
drew
think drew
against
again
Parma 2
yesterday.
2.
Yeah. But I like the decision he did. He did that Enzo Maresca thing. All these players go. He let go many of them. Pogba coming
Yeah,
around swinging, trying to show he's a top player and telling
no,
him he's supposed to
he's a
fuck off.
very
Yo, by the way,
stubborn
I'm so
guy.
happy Pogba. Man, I wish
He's a
Pogba.
very stubborn guy.
When Pogba left for Juventus, he said, "I would love to face Man United. I would love to hurt them. I want them to feel pain. I want them to
You're
see me excel."
joking.
But
He
yo,
could
guess
not
what?
have
Yeah, he
said
said
that.
that. He said that, Josh.
You're
If there's
joking.
any team he wanted to play against, he wanted to hurt was Man United. But yo, out of the blue, the Heiner thing happened. Planting planting the Heiner
Let
bones
him
at
come
Old
and take
Trafford,
his
him
hyena.
and Anthony Marshall. I'm so glad. Then his brother, is it the force? Is it what? That whole thing that happened. Then later on, the drug tests that failed. I'm so happy,
I
man.
know.
He's been found out. He was later found out, and yo,
Come
the
on.
latest
What a
interview
talent.
showed he's okay. He loves Man United. He talked about
Yeah,
Mourinho. He
I
didn't
wish he
understand
goes.
why they had misunderstandings. He would prefer maybe sometime if they met with Mourinho, he would even say hi, go to a dinner, something like that. And yes, I do agree with Ziad when he says Pogba is a bum, a typical one.
I know.
Typical.
I
He
think he should
shouldn't.
go to Marseille.
He should. What?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
no,
he
no, no,
should
no,
go
no,
back
no.
to Marseille.
What's that team that filed
He
for
has the
bankruptcy? I
quality, he
don't know
has
whether
the
they're still playing.
talent.
Are they still playing?
Which one?
That team that filed for bankruptcy in France.
Bordeaux.
Yo,
In the
he
first
should go
tier.
to that.
It can't
He
afford
should
him.
go. What? What are you talking about? He's cheap. Pogba right now can play for 25,000 weekly. What are you talking about?
He's a cheap guy.
Very cheap. Very, very cheap. Anyhow, thank you so much, everyone
Yo,
that has been
guys.
streaming with us. It's
Yeah.
Isaac, Josh, as always. I see a lot of people. I missed today's stream, but yo, we are always here. We shall try to do our best to at least to deliver 2 streams a day, but we have to chase the Benjamins at the same time. So, shout outs to you, Sinan. Shout outs to you, uh, Ziad, as always. Maximum respect. I don't know where Madia is. I don't know where the Liverpool fanatics. Peace. Yesterday
And
she was on the
Namazo.
stream gunning, 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 gunning. I don't know where peace is. Shout outs to you, Aaron, by the way. He was early in the comment section. And we are signing out, Sports Jazz. Thank you so much for streaming. Subscribe and turn on the notifications. Thank you.